welcome to my channel. My name is Emily and this is mine and my family's budgeting journey. On this channel we do budgeting, we do cash stuffing, we also do prepping, and also at this time of year we do everything autumn and Halloween. My birthday is actually Halloween, so we do all things spooky during the month of October. But this month, September, is preparedness month, so we are doing a series, or I'm doing a series of videos, just trying to prepare us for what's ahead, maybe give you some ideas. I have a whole playlist. I will pop it up here. It is in my channel playlist. It's just called Prepper. Please go back and have a look. Maybe you'll find something of interest or of use. So today I'm doing a tour of my working pantry, I should say. This is the pantry that I use every day. It's actually spread out. It's not all in one place. I wish it was. Years ago, these old council houses were built with massive pantry cupboards, sort of massive pantries. But the previous occupant of this house decided in their wisdom to rip it down. So I have two cupboards, the top of the surfaces, and also I have a couple of totes in our homeschooling shelving that I have, that I've sort of done for ourselves, to do with stocking up and things like that. It was just some extra that I got, and I thought, where can I put that? So I just put a couple of totes at the bottom of the homeschooling shelf. So I will show you all of that. So if that sounds interesting, please like and subscribe. Excuse my attire, I'm afraid. We've been in hospital for the last couple of days. Got going tomorrow again as well. If you are new here, my youngest son is disabled, goes to hospital quite regularly, quite physically disabled. It is just that time of year to get everything checked and redone, which I'm pleased about because I want all that done before winter. So yeah, he's 6. He helps with me with my weekly cash stuffings as well, so there's a playlist for that as well. If you haven't been here before, his name's Oscar and he's 6. So as a homeschooling family, obviously we eat here more than everyone else. I would say obviously when your kids are off that's different, but I have to do at least 3 meals and a couple of snacks every day. So yeah, it's just used a lot really. And I just wanted to show you that just with a little bit of extending, I've got probably enough food here for 3 weeks, and that's just downstairs in the kitchen. So let me stop waffling, let's get on with it. Thanks for watching. See you in a minute. Okay, so excuse all my pumpkin-y bits. The first thing that I'll show you are these. If you've watched any of my other prepper videos, you know that I've got all these sat at the back. These are all from eBay, and those are really big litres. And then I've got these. The big ones house all my big stuff. I've got organic plain flour, organic bread flour. These I use most days. I make my own bread most days. I didn't yesterday, so we were at hospital. But sugar, organic pasta, organic oats, rice, and then in the corner we've got organic muesli with a little scoop in there, if you can see that. Then what I've got, I keep up on the top shelf, I thought I'd get down and show you. Organic coconut flour and also organic quinoa. So this is what I use every day. So those I just use every day. So I've got them in big pots on here. So let's go to the next part. Okay, sorry if my camera work is a bit shoddy and shaky, but basically this is just my little cupboard. We are very tight for space in this place. They used to have big wooden cupboard like type larders in the corner, but whoever lived in this house before ripped it out, which I'm most miffed about. So basically I'll just go through and tell you what I've got in here. Remember, this is my working pantry. This is just what we use on an everyday basis. This is not long term. This is not my storage. This is literally what we just use in the kitchen every day. So what I've got is I've got a selection of beans. These beans go in everything because they are just an extra source of protein or whatever. My kids, I've got a love affair with these beans and sausages. These sardines, if you know me, I'm allergic to fish, but I will keep them for the cat and the dog. The cat and the dog have them once a week to keep their coat nice and shiny. Teddy being a Labrador, I do give him a teaspoon of cod liver oil every day anyway. So yeah, that's how he's kept all fit and healthy, bless him. 2 tins of tuna, again, the kids love them. This is again from my Scandinavian order. Actually the Scandi kitchen, if you can see that there, that's where I put my order in once a year. And they do lingonberry. I think that one's wild blueberry. Yeah, wild blueberry jam. I also get another one called cloudberry. Having Scandinavian roots, I seem to find myself being drawn towards all of that. So yeah, let's get this out a bit. So what else have I got in here? A ton of potatoes at the back there, a ton of soup, hot dogs, again potatoes, peas, and sweet corn. I've got some spare beetroot, all of the things at the back, and then we have a sort of pudding cupboard. I've got another pudding cupboard up there, but this just has some pumpkin in it and some apple slices. And then this is a whole row of plum tomatoes. We eat plum tomatoes all the time, so and we'll devour 3 of those tins in a sitting. So yeah, right, let me put this back. So yeah, this is literally just my working pantry. This is what I work with every day. And then down here we go on to cereals, shredded wheat, Weetabix, shredders, can't do without them really. I've got 2 little jars of grilled peppers to use up. I've got to pickle my onions for Christmas. That's Oscar's milkshake type stuff. I always keep some of these in there. I don't know if you know what they are. They're those like part baked ones. They're not very much in Aldi. These are where I get them from. So just in case I haven't been able to bake bread that day or whatever, we'll have those instead. And then I've got an absolute ton of these. If you have to have ramen, these are the best ones to get. My favourite is the sesame seed one. Yeah, so we've just got a ton of those, and then all at the back, I don't think we can, my camera's gone, don't think we can see, but at the back I've got a shed load of broth. So this is the broth. This is the shelf stable stuff that I was telling everyone about in my last prepper haul. It keeps really, really well despite the state of the packet. It does say not to freeze it or do anything with it or whatever. Yeah, it's the packet that looks like that, not the inside. But these are good till March 2023, there we go. But they are a bit on the expensive side, so I'll have to see how I get on with them, whether they come on offer or I could do anything with them. But yeah, fat content looks good in there, doesn't it? That looks really nice. So yeah, and again, have a soup maker, so when like all of these need using up, I would just literally shove them in my soup cooker with a bag of this, and then I've got some very, very nice stew. Yeah, I've got some fruit at the back of there ready for my Christmas cake, which will be getting the go ahead in the next couple of weeks. Usually wait till the beginning of beginning of October, my birthday month. So yeah, that's just a little look in there. So that's sort of my overflow pantry really, with beans and stuff like that in, all our cereals, and obviously some bits to do. So then we go into my overhead one, which is where I keep all my main stuff. So again, if you've never tried this stuff, it's not really actually that bad. It doesn't taste too different to luncheon meat. I mean, look at that, January 2025. So, you know, it's going to last a lot. I always have some of these in there as well. We have steak, beef casserole, loads and loads of soup, potatoes again, some more soup, things like this. This is a speciality thing. My daughter wanted me to do sushi. So I got some roasted seaweed and some sushi rice. So that should be very nice, and that rhymes. So yeah, we got meatballs and all sorts of things in there. It's just, and then I will come in here and plan every week what we're going to do. So if I stand back a bit, this is all my baking stuff. So yeah, bread mixes. Sometimes if I haven't got time to do all of that jazz, I literally put this in the bread maker with some butter and some water. And yeah, then you get just a crusty white loaf. So that's easy as pie. What I usually do is set it off to go off in the night, and then it's cooked in the morning. In here I've got arborio rice, I've got pudding rice. Oh, sorry, my shelves are filthy. They've got chocolate powder all over them. And some popping corn that obviously we pop ourselves. Bisto, self-explanatory. And all my cooking stuff is up here. Oh, and this is a pot of mashed potatoes. So I literally empty a massive thing of smash into a jar that I had. That stays up there. Custard, dream topping, all of my baking stuff's in there. All of my cooking stuff is in there. Also, I've got plenty of yeast. So that is my little overflow cupboard. So yeah, I've got these two cupboards really. That one and the one below it. And then what I do have is two tiny totes that I keep at the bottom of my homeschooling cupboard. And I will show you the contents of them now. Okay everyone, so this is literally my homeschooling set of shelves. You can see all of our bits and pieces. Now the bottom two I've dedicated to overflow in the pantry. So basically we've got this one, and I'll just give you a quick run through of what I've got in here. So obviously I always put the date on everything. This is a selection of jam, Nutella, Bovril. I've also got some spare oil in here. So it is literally a backup to a backup, if that makes sense. Let me get it out so I can get it a bit. So I've got spare tea in here. I've got mayonnaise, milk powder, good coffee, sorry. And then I've got loads and loads of tea spare, cocoa powder again. I've got some of this lovely organic coconut sugar. It really is nice. Doesn't quite taste nice in coffee. Well, I don't think so anyway, but if it's all I had, then I would be grateful for that. In here, I keep sauerkraut. We've got one in the fridge already. I keep a spare peanut butter. So you're getting the theme here. It is just a spare of everything that you see in there. Those Marmites I got when they were on offer. I also got some red carrot jelly in there. We tend to eat a lot of that. Just some organic artichoke dip. This I had free in like a box, like a subscription box, and I liked it so much I ordered another one. Again, caramel salted spread, lovely stuff. I do have some more honey in case I run out. This is the really expensive stuff. It's about 30 quid. So I keep that, reserve that for colds and things. We've got Nutella, all sorts of things. This is basically just an overflow. So I'll have a spare soy sauce, a spare Worcester sauce, and spare vinegar, spare garlic and chilies, and yeah, a spare blue cheese dip because I can't live without that. Yeah, and a spare like hot sauce, which isn't for me. If you know me, you know I hate it. So yeah, spare baking powder, all that sort of thing. We also have spare barbecue sauce, and my kids love this and I absolutely hate it. It's that stuff from Aldi, the chunky burger sauce. Yuck. Anyway, it stores forever. So I've got them a couple of those. But yeah, this is just a little overflow place where I keep these. So what I will do now is I've got 2 totes, so I will just get the other tote out. Okay, so and this is the last one. I've got all my breads, anything that needs to be made in here. I've got spare pudding rice, spare popping corn. That is really, really good if you're doing a slow cooker recipe. It's literally pearl barley and stuff that'll pump your stuff right out. And then I've got a whole load of organic bread flour. This is all of those ready-made ones that you can just plump in. And then I've got a whole big bag of yeast. This is all single serve, pop and go, in you get. Also below here I've got some 00 flour, which is pasta. I've also got lots of spelt as well. I've started to make those. These are what I use at the moment. These are really expensive. These are from Daleford, so that's local. But yeah, it's just literally, but those two, I would use them in a week because I use about 500 grams of flour every time I make a loaf of bread. And obviously one of those little 7-gram sachets. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if the camera's picking up really how much is in here. But you know, there is an awful lot of stuff. So almond flour, coconut flour, again pearl barley, just some bits and pieces that we can make things with should we have to. Popping corn I've got down there. Love popping corn. We go through a bag every week or so. One of these bags every week or so. We love it. And make my own popcorn. Yeah, dumpling mix, and just acres and acres of flour and yeast. It is just a lovely thing. Yeah, so this is my box, and obviously you can see here that I've got some spare supplies down here as well. So just got washing tablets, washing powder, Zoflora, all the usual stuff, but this is just a bit extra. Then I've got, see if I can get some light down here, if I can. So yeah, these are all sort of my paper products. I've just got camera focus tissues and spare bags and things like that, beauty products, glow sticks, which are good for your blackout box. And at the back here, let me get them out if I can get them out. I do have a spare set, and I'm so glad I got them, of Berkey filters. So the black Berkey, the filter that I've got is a Berkey. You get standard black Berkey filters, and they are extremely expensive. This is one of the first things when I was cash stuffing I actually saved up for. If you go back far enough, you will see that I'm saving for them. So yeah, there you go. That shows you exactly what it purifies against. So viruses, 99, I mean, it's not going to last long if you're trying to filter out nuclear particulates, but the water will be drinkable. So yeah, you can see that, which is why they are so expensive. But even if you just buy these filters, there are videos online, so you can make your own Berkey water filter with the filters, but without the need for the actual Berkey. So that is an option should anything ever happen. So yeah, this is just a few extra things that I keep down here as well. This is all of my working pantry. I have stolen the bottom of the homeschooling set of shelves, but I thought it quite pertinent, you know, like to have just spare tin foil and bags and gloves and things. So yeah, little corner. You have to excuse my little corner, it needs a lot of work doing to it. As I said, this is an old council house, so we've got pipes and things sticking out of everything, but I wanted to show you this bit because this is where, oops, I keep everything else. These are all my bits and pieces. This pumpkin spice mix smells so good. I make it myself. I put this up on my Instagram. It's cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger and cloves to your liking. It smells exactly like pumpkin spice that you would get. I've got stuff like beetroot in here, just beetroot powder that I add to everything just to give it some more fibre. I am a bit of a tea freak as well. Pumpkin pie tea, this is what I get from the company that I get all my bulk orders from. I will put them down below. So I have pickling spice as well. That is so very handy. These two are my favourite. So pumpkin pie and winter spice loose tea. This smells like Christmas cake and this smells like pumpkins. So yeah, then I've got a massive jar of chamomile. This is just straight chamomile tea. At the back there I've got yarrow. What else have I got? Lemon peel. All of these things I simply put in my little Ujima flip and make all my teas with. At the moment I've got some of this. We've all got terrible sore throats, so this is all for us. These have gone slightly over, so what I do is I soak them and I use them in my cleaning. I have an all natural cleaner. I do not use anything other than vinegar. I use vinegar, water and an essential oil or a lemon, which is a fabulous degreaser, but this one is for drinking. This has got sugar and honey and all sorts of things in there. I'm just literally letting it steep for a couple of days and then I'll strain it out. Then over here, like I said, I'm a bit of a tea freak, so how very sweet. Oscar made me that. This was a coin that we found when we were out. It is. Let me have a look. I can't see anyway. Yeah, so they're all my lamps. Obviously my wind up one, you've seen that. This is my gas one, and these are my two lanterns. They're lamp oils. So I've got Assam, Earl Grey. I've got all my Scandinavian ones here. These I order from a Scandinavian company once a year. I make a Christmas order. Usually lasts me all the year. So I've got brown sugar. Behind that I've got coconut sugar. And arrowroot powder, and these I pinch whenever I go somewhere. I can then just put them in my bag or whatever for when I go out and have a coffee, or if I take my own flask with me. All the usual tea, coffee, sugar stuff. Yeah, I think that's it. Back over down here I have rose petal tea. This one is more, is that yarrow or is that sunflower? Yeah, that's sunflower tea. I always keep some of these on hand. I love these. So you simply add them to hot water and then put whatever you want in. So just think about what you'd order from a Chinese takeaway. That is exactly the same thing. Peppermint, lavender, dandelion. This one is also chamomile, but these are chamomile flowers. So that is, oh, it's wonderful stuff to go to bed with. And then I've got nettles at the back, and some of those are my nettles from the garden that I dried. So yeah, interesting stuff. Dandelion, let's put them back in order. Lavender, peppermint, oh, and dandelion is last. So I just thought that I would just add that little bit on, just to show you that I've got like a little prepper corner. I don't mind this being here at all. I just keep all my dried goods on here, so I love that so much. Yeah, so it's like a little me corner. I'll come and use my tea and stuff. I don't know if you saw that. This is the cutest thing I ever found. It was on Etsy. And there was a little old granny that used to make them. I don't know if she's on there anymore. I will try and find her and leave her down below. But yeah, she used to make pumpkins for teapots, and it is just the sweetest thing. Also this I got from, this is cast iron and really heavy. I got this from Home Bargains. I missed them last year and was very, very gutted. So my daughter goes to see their dad, and he lives in town. So there is a massive Home Bargains there. So she literally got me a couple of them. So now I have two. So I'm so pleased. These will go outside on their grill, and they can go on the stove top. They can obviously go in the oven. Love cast iron. So yeah. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Like I said, it's just a working pantry, and I know that in here I've got a good couple of weeks worth of food. We go through everything here. Obviously all of these take some time to go through, but it's just basically having everything on hand so you know where everything is should you need it. And also I know that everyone says, you know, you should start off with 3 days of food, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and so forth. I know that with my working pantry I've got 2 to 3 weeks of food here already, so that's a great weight off. If you are cooking from scratch and stuff a lot, you probably have something very similar. It's just extending that out just a little bit, to think about some sort of preparedness, or some prepper pantry, just to put some more dried food in there, some more long-term things. I don't mean long-term as in, that was very rude, and I don't mean long-term as in Mylar bagging, which I also have a video on. It's just sort of a longer-term thing that you rotate through properly and you know that's going to get used, so it doesn't go to waste, which is fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed this. Please consider subscribing and joining our little family here. I seem to do a whole load of things at the moment, which we are very excited about. So yeah, come and join us, and we will see you soon. God bless. From my family to yours. Bye.